Alrighty, friendos, welcome in. Today we're going to talk about how to get the Silver Apocalypse trophy. I have made a guide on how to get the gold trophy, which I kind of need to update because they changed the hiding spots right after I made the video. But today's video is just going to be about the silver trophy. Now you can do the gold trophy and get all three, but maybe people don't want to do that. Maybe you want to do each trophy individually. So we're going to talk about the silver trophy today. And if you want me to do a guide on how to get the bronze trophy, let me know. But the bronze trophy, basically just play Insanity on Sunny Meadows. You'll be good to go. So yeah. Now, as far as settings go, this is a little tricky because if you take a peek at what the default settings are, they're pretty awful. Like if you go here and you hit preset in Apocalypse 2, these are what these settings look like. And I personally, I don't want to play this way. This does not look fun to me. You end up getting like one piece of evidence. The ghost is super fast. So I came up with a different custom difficulty that is still 10 times. It's maybe a little bit trickier, but it's a lot more relaxing because on the default difficulty, you like basically start with no sanity anyways. And like to me, like the ghost being super fast, it's just not even worth going to the ghost room, right? I mean, I think you have no hiding spots either. So I did try to mess around with settings to have at least one piece of evidence, but the ghost has to be super duper fast if you want to have at least one piece of evidence. So what I did instead is I came up with a different difficulty. This one's gonna be 0 sanity, 0 evidence, which sounds tough, but we're gonna talk about it. It's really not as tough as you think. So this difficulty is you have 0 sanity and 0 evidence, but you are at normal speed. You can sprint, and you have a lot of hiding spots. So you don't have to worry about not having a hiding spot. And the way we're going to set it up, it's not going to be hard to see the ghost. It sounds very difficult, but I'm going to show you the strategy that I would use to get it done. Now, also on these settings here, let me go and scroll through them really quick. So if you want to use these settings, you can. Here are the player settings. Here are the ghost settings. And here are the contract settings. Now, I could change the weather to like heavy rain, but it only adds like just a little bit. So it's really not worth it. Like I would change the heavy rain if I needed it, if the reward multiplier was at like 9.85 and I needed to get it to 10, but I don't need to change the weather. So this is what I have. We're going to hop into a game and we're going to try it out. Now, as far as equipment and what you need to bring, I'm going to go and make a whole separate loadout of what I would recommend bringing. Okay. So what I have set up is that what I've added is all the cameras, all the candles, all the crucifixes. You could add glow sticks for the light if you want to. I'm not going to. I added all my lighters just because I have a habit of losing mine, but you only really need one lighter. Add as many as you want. At least one motion sensor in case we get the motion sensor objective. At least one parabolic mic in case we have the parabolic mic objective or if we want to check for Banshee. All the salt to check for Wraith. All the smudge sticks. And that's all you need to bring to get this challenge done. So let's go ahead and add that. There we go. And okay, let's go and hop onto Sunny Meadows and we'll get it done. Now, as far as restarting for objectives, that's going to be completely up to you, what you want to do. I personally feel close enough getting close to the ghost room to get a lot of these objectives done. But if you kind of want to do this away from the ghost room, you don't want to get too close, or there's like certain objectives you don't want to do, feel free to restart. But on this difficulty, I personally feel comfortable doing any objective that this game would give me. The Witness a Ghost event might be a little tough because this modifier has low ghost event activity, but we will cross that bridge when we get to it. So we have capture photo, cleanse the area using, we just gotta cleanse the ghost with a smudge stick. And the Witness a Ghost event, which is definitely all doable on this difficulty. What I'm gonna go inside with, definitely a smudge stick and a lighter. And maybe we'll use a parabolic mic to try and hear where the ghost is. Wow, I don't normally play with clear weather. It is so quiet. So the ghost is going to hunt on this difficulty, like these presets, as soon as you step inside. But we have a lot of hiding and we have a smudge stick to get away if that does happen. So, and you can, if you wanted to, crank up your brightness to 4 times. Maybe we'll do that so you guys can see a little bit better. Although it doesn't look that much different, but because we don't have any flashlights, we don't have power, so it's going to be a little dark, but so I'm personally just going to walk around and look for the ghost. We can kind of use the paramic to pinpoint where it is because the ghost is hunting, but it has to be relatively close to like hear us and like detect our parabolic mic. So until we hear the footsteps of the ghost, we don't really have to worry about the ghost finding us. So I'm just gonna like go around to each area that the ghost can be in with my parabolic mic and listen. Yeah, so right now I'm just trying to figure out where the ghost is so then we can start doing all of our tests accordingly. Okay, so I'm getting a pretty strong reading over here. So I'm assuming the ghost is over here. So I'm gonna say like maybe kitchens or that area. Okay, so we know where the ghost is. As far as hiding spots go, and where you can hide. I actually do have a guide on where all the hiding spots are, so I'm not going to go about that in this video. I can link that in the description. Like, so say if the ghost is over here and you don't know where to hide, you can check out that other video to see. I'll show you where I'm going to hide for this video, since we know the ghost is back there-ish. I'm going to go try to get close to my hiding spot. We have a couple options for hiding spots based off of where this ghost is. We could go into this utility room and hide here. But I think the ghost is a little bit more down this way. So there's another hiding spot I want to test, or I want to try out. Okay, nice. The ghost just touched that. Oh, here we go. So now I'm just listening to the ghost to see its speed. If you aren't comfortable with figuring out the ghost based off their abilities, I do have 2 videos about all the ghost hidden abilities and how to play with no evidence, which I can also link in the description if you want to reference if you're doing this challenge and you aren't sure about ghost abilities. So like in this instance, this ghost is normal speed, so I can already go ahead and cross off a bunch of ghosts. Sorry, let me let this ghost pass by us. It's very loud. So because we're playing on 0 sanity, if it was a Moroi, it'd be really, really fast right now, and it is not. We know this ghost isn't a Deogen because it's not beelining it straight to me and finding me. Oh, this ghost is just lingering outside my door. It's not a Hantu because the breaker is off, and so the whole building would be cold, and it would probably be a little bit faster. It's not a Revenant because it's not really slow. Not a Thay because it's not fast, and not Twins because it's normal speed. So now we have to go about doing other tests to figure out what this ghost is. And I kind of want to try to get a visual of this ghost, and I think I have a good idea on how to do that. It just might be oh, okay, well that's actually super helpful, but we also kind of want to leave that hiding spot now because the ghost might know we're there. So what happened right there is the ghost did an airball ghost event, which immediately means that this ghost cannot be an Oni, which also got our ghost event objective done. Look at us go. So, I might try to bring the ghost into the chapel so we can get a really good visual on it, and then we'll hide by the piano. That is if the ghost cooperates and comes over here. I think it is in that laundry room. It's either in the laundry room or the room next to me, because it touched that door. Okay, it just turned on dirty sink water. So I'm pretty sure it's in the laundry room, because right next to it, so the laundry room is this room right here. Right next to the laundry room is a room of sinks. Oh, here we go. It's hunting. Ghosty. So it's actually pretty bright out here. I might be able to get a decent visual out here. Okay, this ghost has no interest in coming this way. Ghosty. That work? See how close you have to be to aggro the ghost? Like, I guess there's... Here we go. Oh, it sees me. Okay. We're gonna try to make it to the chapel. I don't know if she's gonna let us, though. I don't think she's gonna let us. Okay. Well, I didn't see her. She's definitely... Okay, let's cross off all the ghosts she can't be. I'm also gonna set a smudge timer, because there's 2 ghosts that we can decide who they are based off of when they hunt in relation to when we smudge them. So I set a smudge timer for right when my smudge finished burning, and we'll see when the ghost hunts after that. But we do know this ghost is not a phantom because its blink was very normal. I didn't see it shapeshift, but maybe we need to get another good visual of it again to determine that. There is a chance it could have been a yokai. That's why it was so hard to lure it out, but I'm not sure. And then all these other ghosts, we're going to have to wait and test accordingly. I do kind of want to be... This is what we can do. We can open up this door. Tell when this ghost hunts again. This door, the front door, and the west wing door all shut whenever the ghost hunts. So it's a good way to tell if the ghost is hunting. And we actually just kind of chill right here. Because we're just looking to see when the ghost hunts again in relation to the smudge. Because if it waits 3 minutes to hunt, then it's probably a spirit. If it hunts under 90 seconds, then it's probably a demon. So let's see. All right, it has been 90 seconds and the ghost has not hunted yet. And I know that because this door is not slammed shut. Okay, so the ghost is now hunting. It has been 2 minutes. So definitely not a spirit. Probably not a demon, but I'm going to wait to cross that off because I have had demons that wait to hunt. Okay, this ghost is actually coming back here to check if I'm here because that's where I smudged it. Can't really see. Yeah, this spot is a hiding spot if you've never hid here before. And there she goes. So tests we're going to do now are we need to test for an onryo by putting down crucifixes and candles. And we need to put some salt down to test for wraith. And then other than that, we'll see. I could put down some equipment to see if it's a raiju. We could try to do an official test for yokai in one of the adjacent rooms. Let's just wait for this ghost to finish hunting. And then I think I'll probably start with an onryo test. We can actually use this door to see when the ghost is done hunting. I can open this door. So I know the ghost is done hunting. I'm going to leave this stuff right here. Okay. I'll get some more equipment. All right, I'm going to start throwing everything into the building that I need. I probably could have done this sooner. It's a pretty smart strategy. That way you don't have to walk out to the van every time you need stuff. So I'm going to throw in crucifixes, candles, salt, smudge sticks, and then maybe like dots so we can do a raiju test. And maybe also we need to get a picture of the ghost. So definitely my camera. Okay, so I've thrown in all the equipment I think I'm going to need for testing for this ghost. So I'm going to go back over there with a crucifix candle and a second crucifix. Also, the sinks are like super loud in this map. So you could be at the front and the sink we're hearing is all the way in the back by the kitchen. I guess more the laundry room. So that's actually a really good way to find the ghost if you need to, is if it ever like turns on a sink. All right, I'm going to use this little spot as headquarters to start taxing some stuff over there. So I'm gonna go back and grab a smudge stick because I kind of want to have a smudge stick on me at all times in case I get like caught out of position, the ghost hunts on me. So I'm gonna probably go back with a smudge stick, lighter, and a crucifix, and we'll start getting set up for an onryo test. All right, so I'm gonna grab a crucifix and we're gonna head that way. If the ghost hunts, we will try and run and hide. Hopefully I won't have to use the smudge, but we'll see. Okay, so I'm gonna put this here for now, just so that it doesn't hunt right at the front of that room. I'll go back and grab another crucifix. And so the ghost is hunting, so I'm just gonna backtrack and go into my hiding spot. And we can use this light switch to see when the ghost stops hunting. So like right now, I'm trying to turn this light on and off, and I can't. That means the ghost is hunting. But the second I can like flick this light switch on and on, that means the hunt is over. And hunts in this map last about 60 seconds, so if you hear the ghost start hunting, you could always set a timer for 60 seconds to know when the hunt's over. Because I know sometimes it's hard to find a light switch or door, like one of the locked doors to check if the ghost is still hunting. Okay, so I'm able to turn this light switch on and off now, so I know the hunt is over. So I'm gonna try to go back into the room and get some more stuff set up. And it also sounds like this ghost dodged our crucifix, so I don't know if that means it's more back here. It could just be roaming around this entire room. Okay. The ghost actually hunted outside of the room that time, which is pretty annoying, right? For what we're trying to accomplish here. But also really encouraging because we can probably cross off a ghost right now. We could probably cross off Shade because a Shade will never hunt in the same room as you. And this ghost seemed to hunt like basically right next to me. Unless somehow that hallway counts as 2 different rooms, which it could. It's probably not a shade. So I do have another smudge timer going. Every time you smudge the ghost, like you're in the same room as the ghost and you smudge it, try to get in a habit of setting a smudge timer in case it does happen to be a demon. We know for sure this ghost isn't a spirit, but and it's also a good way to set a smudge timer. That way you know when the ghost can hunt again. Like if it is a 90-second hunting ghost, you'll know after about 90 seconds after you smudge it, the ghost could hunt again. And since I can't... Oh. Okay, well, I know the hunt's over because it's doing a ghost event. Okay. So now it seems like it's back in that room. It's interesting because after I smudged it, it seems like it's like back in its room, which is a characteristic of a Yuri. A Yuri, after you smudge them, they get trapped in their room for a period of time. So I don't have another smudge stick over here, but I know I do have about 20 seconds to go in there and put a candle down. Okay. So I'm gonna put that there. Oh, okay. That's actually huge. So we know it's not an Onryo because it uses crucifix by a lit candle. So we can cross off Onryo. And Onryo would have had to blow out that candle before using that crucifix. Okay. And also that I used that crucifix after 90 seconds on my smudge. So still really not looking like a demon. So I am going to go and cross off demon for now. And we'll keep testing. I would like to go get another smudge stick. We could maybe put some salt down there and see if it's a wraith. Okay, so we do only have 2 smudge sticks left, so I kind of want to save these smudge sticks to, it's a mimic. This ghost is a mimic, okay, because right now it's a Diogen. Oh my god, it's stinging this bell. Okay. My heart. Holy moly, I was like, I don't have a lighter on me. I am most definitely dead. Well, this is one of the easiest ways to test for mimic. If it just becomes a Diogen out of nowhere. Okay. Well, that's spicy and wonderful. Okay, so this ghost is my favorite ghost type and my favorite ghost model. I'm sorry, this is really exciting. Well, we can throw all this evidence out. Although, if you don't have a mimic like me, you would want to put salt in the room to test for wraith. Now, like I said, I do have a video on how to test for all the different ghost abilities. If you aren't sure how to do that, I'm not going to go through every test in this video because that would be a little, I feel like that would be a little redundant. But okay, well, we know what this ghost is. That's actually really good because I was a little nervous because this ghost wasn't anything obvious. And to double check that this ghost is a mimic, I could look for orbs in the room, which would, oh, it's still a Dio. This is perfect. I can get the picture right now. Hi there. I didn't get it. Still didn't get it. Okay, I got it that time. I'm so bad at getting pictures during hunts. Oh my god. I will show you other strategies for getting the picture though. Because you aren't going to get this lucky. Or you could. You could always restart until you get a Diogen. But I'll show you other strategies on how to get the picture, because I know that's another tough one. Cannot believe we got a mimic. Okay, so in my instance, I have all the objectives done. I can't believe that ghost photo took me so long. We have the ghost right, so we could leave right now, get the silver trophy, no problem. But I do want to show you guys a couple other strategies for like getting the picture if you don't have a Diogen. I should probably get a lighter though. Okay, I did actually grab my lighter. We're gonna get a fresh camera. Okay, so got a fresh camera. Surely this ghost has changed from a Diogen by this point, right? Yeah, it is definitely not a Diogen anymore. Okay. I'm not quite set up to show you how I would get the ghost picture, but we will do that in a second. The reason the ghost is coming back here is because it saw me before, so it knows that before I was in this area, like during the hunt. So that's why it's coming back over here and checking. Okay. All right, so the ghost is done hunting. So a couple strategies for getting the picture on this difficulty. I definitely would not recommend this on gold. Well, maybe you could do this on gold, depending on how brave you are. The first option is you could hang out in a hiding spot near the ghost room with a crucifix in your hiding spot so the ghost doesn't hunt on top of you, and see if the ghost gives you a ghost events, which we're gonna do. It has ghost evented on us before in this other hiding spot. Let's go and get a fresh crucifix. Oh, well, there's a ghost event. Let's go and grab this. Oh, wow. Okay, well, pretend that I have a camera and I'm taking a picture right now. So this is one option for getting the pictures. You could just hang out and just try to get it during a ghost event, which I think this ghost might be mimicking a banshee right now. And then I will also show you how to get one during a hunt. I don't know where I left my camera. I'm gonna be completely honest. Okay, well, let me find my camera. Oh, it just ate that crucifix. Okay, right here. All right, so let me show you how I would get a picture during a hunt. Hopefully this ghost doesn't spawn right on top of me. Actually, we could hang out in this room where I have a crucifix so the ghost does not hunt. Yeah, if you're like hanging out in a hiding spot and you want to make sure the ghost doesn't hunt on top of you, you could always just put a crucifix here. The ghost shouldn't hunt in this room with me right now. But whenever the ghost hunts, we're going to step out and try to get the ghost picture. This ghost is bullying me now. It's opening my door. Stop opening my door. I think this ghost is mimicking a banshee right now. Here we go. As if, it's like, so you could do this if you're trying to get the ghost picture. You could just hang out in a hiding spot with your camera. That would have counted as a ghost picture if I hadn't already gotten it. I'm still going to show you how to do it during a hunt, though, if this ghost will hunt me. Okay, well, let's just try to use... If it uses this crucifix one more time, we're going to get out of this hiding spot. Because we still have one more use on this crucifix. Actually, we may leave this area. It actually could be a good strategy to, like, hang out down a long hallway near the ghost room, but be near your hiding spot. So that way when the ghost is running towards you, you can try to snap some pictures and then smudge. On this difficulty, since the ghost is normal speed, I do like to try to snap pictures before I smudge, but definitely on gold trophy where the ghost is very fast, I would recommend smudging and then trying to go for the ghost picture. But now we're just going to try to snap some pictures. Oh, here we go. Was it a miling now? It's so quiet. Okay. Okay, then you just kind of start snapping away. Hope one counts. And just switch to your smudge. And there you go. That's... that's like, I don't know if any of these actually would have counted. But imagine that you're better at taking pictures than me. And you're able to get the ghost picture. I mean, you have 15 pictures to get the ghost picture when you're doing this challenge. Even if you use 2 cameras and your whole journal is full, you can still use the 3rd camera to try and get the ghost picture. So that is probably the strategy that I would use during a hunt to try and get the ghost picture. It's hard to tell if we got it because I already got the ghost picture here. But that's what I would do. But the sit around waiting for a ghost event's probably the easiest strategy. Albeit it may just take a long time and maybe the ghost may never choose to ghost event, but as you saw with our ghost, it pretty much ghost evented. Okay, so I'm just gonna go grab a video camera so I can show you guys the ghost orbs, although it's not super necessary because we're pretty pretty confident this ghost is a mimic. Okay, I'll grab this. Okay, so the ghost is hunting, so I am not gonna check for orbs right now. While this ghost is hunting, I'll go ahead and talk through how I would have tested for every other ghost that I didn't test for because I didn't need to. So for poltergeist, I would either put a pile of items in its room to see if it ever explodes it, or you could like put like a line of items down a hallway and have it run at you down the hallway and see how it throws items. Because poltergeist is gonna throw items like absolutely crazy. Like every ghost throws stuff, but a poltergeist, it's super hard to miss. It's way more obvious. For a mare is really tough to figure out. You could either listen and see if the ghost ever tries to turn on a light, meaning you could cross off mare because mares can't turn on the light, or you could flick the light switch on and off in your room every 10-20 seconds and see if the ghost ever tries to turn it off on you. For a yokai, I probably would have stood in that one bedroom next to the ghost room and tried to yell at the ghost, aggro it in there, and see if it ever found me. For a miling, I probably would have like hid in a hiding spot with my dots, like dots at my feet, and see if I could hear its footsteps before or after the dots started flickering. For Raiju, I probably would have put dots in its ghost room or near its ghost room where it's going to be hunting and see if it ever speeds up near the dots. Wraith, you just have to put salt in the room and see if it ever steps in the salt. A wraith would not step in the salt. Banshee, you can sit there and listen for a banshee scream, just stare at the ghost room. Or if you think it might be a banshee, you could go somewhere really far away from the ghost room with a crucifix, with a smudge stick, and see if it ever tries to hunt on you. Because a banshee would follow you around and try to hunt on you. For a Yuri, you'd be looking for either to fully slam a door on you, maybe double touch a door, or if you notice after you smudge it, it seems to go immediately back to its room. Could also mean it's a Yuri. Obake, I would just like try to get a really good line of sight with it and see if it ever shapeshifts. Jinn on this difficulty is tough. I'm not 100% sure if you can get the sanity draining Jinn ability if the breaker is broken. But if you can, you could leave an EMF 2 reader at the breaker and see if it ever gives you a random EMF 2. That would mean the Jinn is using its ability. But again, I apologize if you can't do that while the breaker is broken. I haven't actually tested that. Goryo, super tough. You would just see if it, you would look to see if it never changes its favorite room. Which some ghosts just choose not to change their favorite room, so that could be tough. But Goryo might be one of those ghosts that you may not get right, and that's okay. It's a very tough ghost to guess on zero evidence. But we do know what this ghost is. Are you hunting again? Okay. It may hunt soon, but we're gonna try to look for these orbs real quick. I do have a smudge stick on me in case stuff goes wrong. Is this still your ghost room? Yep, there's the orb right there. Look at her in all her beauty. Okay. Now we're gonna try to get out of here, and yeah, it's that easy. And like I mentioned earlier, you can just do the gold trophy and get all 3 trophies, but sometimes it can be more fun to go through and do each individual trophy if you wanted to. And I do have a guide on how to get the gold trophy, which I may need to update it because like I said, I used this hiding spot for that trophy and they have since blocked it. So, and I also have a gold trophy apocalypse coaching videos where I help people get the gold trophy if you ever want to watch those to see our strategy. But otherwise, make sure we got the ghost right. We got all 3 objectives done. We got the ghost picture. This would be a silver trophy game if I didn't already have the silver trophy. And there you go. Yeah, so that's all I have for you guys in this video. Oh. If you have any questions, definitely know in the comments. Let me know in the comments below. I'm happy to answer any questions you have. If you liked the video or found it helpful, definitely drop it a like. Otherwise, good luck ghost hunting, and I will see you in the next one.